Hi, my name is Brandy Ross, and I'm going to be presenting to you today communication with a virtual employee. First of all, let me apologize for my voice, as I have been under the weather for the past 4 days, and it just seems to be getting worse. Changes in how the workforce is now versus then is before employees went to work, they stayed there all day. They were expected to be there day in and day out and work their shift. There was not an option to stay home and work remotely. We work in an office, and done everything from there, and that's your 8 to 5, and then you went home. But now companies have the ability to allow employees to work remotely. I am fortunate to work for a company that allows me to work remotely at times. And it is a great deal. 43% of Americans spent at least part of their time working remotely in the last year, and that's according to Business News Daily. That's a great increase over time. The benefits to working remotely: you have a more relaxed atmosphere, set own hours at times, you have more casual dress, employees are comfortable in their own surroundings, and there's a better work to life balance. The cons of working remotely: the potential issues can arise when you have virtual employees. You don't have any face-to-face contact, so you're not sitting in the same room with them. So that can be challenging. You're not involved in daily happenings in the regular office. They're not right there for you to just reach over and say hey to. And they may seem like they're not part of the team. They feel that they don't matter. They may feel disconnected, and that they don't belong. All these are things that can be corrected. Making your remote employee welcome. Things that can help with bringing the virtual employees into the loop is like daily communications with remote employees. I know that when I'm working remotely, my boss calls me and we either FaceTime or we use WebEx, and we kind of touch base on what I'm working on that day if I'm working remotely. Kind of lets him know what I'm doing and what his expectations are and what I need from him as well. Open lines of communication both ways. Like I said, my boss communicates to me, I communicate to him, and we get on the same page. He also recognizes my successes as well. I still do the same amount of work as anybody else and can still have great success in it. I'm just working remotely. Also, create events that involve remote employees. If you've got a team outing, make sure you invite these employees. They still are part of your team, even though they are not physically sitting in the office. Create team building exercises that bring them into the office. So maybe create a day where you're going to have luncheon, do a team building exercise so that the remote employee can get to know everybody that's in the office, and they can get to know that person. And collaborate with them a lot. You got to take time and invest in virtual employees. Having virtual employees can either be a great asset or a great headache. Depends on how you handle that. If you open it, take it with open arms and embrace it and coach them to their full potential, it will be great. But if you don't keep up the communication lines and they just kind of slack off and do what they want, then that's where your headache comes in. It is up to the reporting manager and the human resource manager to keep accountability for these employees a priority. Again, open lines of communication helps keep that accountability. Investing patience, time, and overall accountability with these employees, it helps them grow. Remote employees are so much more common now than ever thought before, and it's even becoming more common. It's a great asset to the company. It's easier on office space, and it allows the employee to have a better work-to-life balance. Thank you, and I hope you enjoyed my presentation.